In this video today, I am going to be making a best thumbnail tutorial video for NBA 2K26. I know a lot of you guys are small creators, or you just don't have the time or money to wait for someone to make a thumbnail or to pay for a thumbnail. So that's why I want to show you guys exactly how to make thumbnails for NBA 2K26. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, turn on post notifications. But without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Alright, so once you guys get your outfit on your MyPlayer, okay, you guys are going to want to make your way over to the open court. And the reason why is because you guys can go in instant replay and take really good screenshots. So I'm going to change my outfit real quick, and then I'm going to go in there and show you guys how to get screenshots. Alright, so once you guys actually get in here, you guys are just going to want to come over to this board. You guys are going to want to click X or A depending on what console you're on, and you're going to want to start the game. Once you guys start the game, you guys can personally just pause it and go right to instant replay if you're just trying to get a MyPlayer screenshot, okay? So if you just need a MyPlayer screenshot, then literally just pause it and zoom in on your MyPlayer like this, okay? Then you guys could take the screenshot right here. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to get MyPlayer screenshots. So I'm just gonna take this screenshot, okay, and I'm just gonna make a jump shot video. So technically, just act like I'm making a jump shot video. So I'm just gonna let them get the ball. I'm gonna let them shoot. So literally, just shoot the ball. All right, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to green it. And then just replay it to where your player has the ball in his hand like this, just like this. And if you guys want to do it differently, you guys can too. But this is how I always do it. All right. And then just take that screenshot, and now I'm going to tell you guys how to transfer it over to your computer. So now that we have these screenshots on our PlayStation, you're going to want to just upload them to the PlayStation app, or you guys can just share them on Twitter just by clicking this, go to share, and then just choose Twitter. Make sure you're logged in and have your Twitter linked to your PlayStation. Or you can just get it from the PlayStation app and upload it to a Dropbox account. Just make a Dropbox account and then just literally sign into it on your phone and on your PC, and then you'll be able to transfer the screenshots over. Me personally, what I use is called an Elgato HD60, and basically you can take screenshots with it. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what that looks like. So as you guys can see right now, we are on my PC. So basically this is what the Elgato software looks like. And pretty much I just click on the screenshot, and then I just click this little camera down here, and it's just going to screenshot it. And as you guys can see, it looks really good, really high quality, really HD. And that's how I get them directly onto my PC. This is the best screenshot method, but you guys can use Twitter, or you guys can use the PlayStation app. So now I'm going to go into Photoshop, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do. So now that we're in Photoshop, the thumbnail size you guys are going to want to do is basically 1280 by 720. So just go to create new. Once you guys go to create new, you're going to want to just basically type in 1280 by 720, okay? Boom, very simple, very easy. All right. And then you guys are going to want to make sure it's in pixels. The orientation is landscape mode. And then you're going to want to make sure that the resolution is set to 300. Your pixels is going to be pixels an inch. And then, you know, color mode's obviously RGB, 8-bit. And then just change the background to black. White is literally way too hard on eyes, I'm not going to lie. And black, just, you can see everything. Just click create. Once you guys click create, you're going to want to go to file, place linked. And you're going to want to just place your screenshots onto the document just like so. It's very easy to do. Alright, so obviously you're going to want to make sure that you guys choose both of these layers. Just click the top one, hold shift, click the bottom one, right click, rasterize layers. Alright, and the first thing that I like to cut out first is my MyPlayer. So I like to literally just go to this magic wand tool. It's probably going to be the quick selection tool for you, or the object selection, but just choose magic wand. You're going to want to click select subject, okay? And as you guys can see, for the most part, it pretty much selects your player. Now you're going to want to go to this polygonal lasso tool, and you're going to want to zoom in with the scroll wheel, alright, and alt. So just hold alt and scroll up to zoom in, and hold alt to scroll down to zoom out. Or you guys can just use this little zoom tool right here and just zoom in. So literally just zoom in. Most people, I'm assuming, have a desktop. And then to scroll up and down, you guys just literally, without holding alt, just scroll up and down. And then to scroll side by side, you literally just hold control and then just scroll up and down. Alright, so I literally just hold alt, and then I just minus this from my player. So I'm just going to click, and I'm just going to select around my player, okay? Sorry if you guys hear like my mouse or my keyboard, you know, noise or whatever. It's right near to my mic. So obviously you're going to want to just cut around this player. It's pretty self-explanatory. I would recommend turning your DPI down on your mouse just to make it easier. So boom, you're just going to do that. Go around this dotted ant type of texture, and then just double click when you guys want to actually erase everything from that area. Boom, just like that. As you can see, there's no more dotted lines around this character, which is what we want. And then you're just going to want to cut this out. The one thing that is very, very good about thumbnails is you guys have to have good MyPlayer screenshots, okay? It's literally the most important thing. Like, make sure that your screenshots are high quality, and make sure that you guys cut out everything. Attention to detail is very important when you're trying to make a good thumbnail, I promise you right now. So make sure that you guys, you know what I'm saying, just pay attention to details, okay? So I'm probably gonna make like a little thumbnail pack. I'll put it in the description. I'll probably sell it for like, I don't know, $5 or $10 or whatever, depending on what I put into it. But basically, you're gonna want to just do this all the way around your player. Make sure that everything is gone that isn't your player. Even stuff like this, add it into your player. If you guys want to add anything, just hold shift and then just click around. Just literally go around that, boom, just like that. It's actually very simple, all right? I'm trying to explain it the best I can, but there's not really much to explain about it. And I don't want to cut this out because I want to show you guys exactly how I make my thumbnails. So like I said, attention to detail is very important. Like all this stuff right here, you're going to want to make sure that you fix, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much for the most part. That's pretty much the cutout. I like to zoom in and double check things. Like parts of the neck and stuff is always where kind of the selection tool messes up, or the, you know, just regular one. The ears, they kind of like to mess up too, so fix that. And then yeah, this is pretty much the MyPlayer screenshot. I'm just gonna basically go in, fine detail it, make sure that's good. You know, there's obviously extra in here that you don't need, so I just like to go in and minus it out. All right, so once you guys do that, you're gonna want to literally just press Control and J. That's gonna duplicate this player out of this actual background, and then you're gonna want to click on the background and delete it. Okay, now that you have deleted it and you have pretty much most likely the cleanest MyPlayer screenshot, I also like to go in after too and just kind of erase. Make sure your hardness is all the way up, because if you guys don't have it on, you know, hardness on 100, then it's gonna like erase, like it's gonna look like this. Hold on, I'll show you. It's gonna look weird. It's gonna look really weird, and it's not gonna look good. It's gonna kind of fade it, which you want it to do this. You want it to erase it fully. All right. So just go in, just literally erase whatever, you know, like, I guess, frayed edges there is. I guess that's the easiest way to explain it. But for the most part, you're going to want to just make sure that your screenshots look as high quality as possible. I mean, you're not going to get, like, extremely perfect, but, like, little stuff like this, it matters, bro. Little stuff like that, you know, like, all this extra frayed edge right here, you're going to want to get rid of. Try to make it look sharper. Boom, like that. Get rid of this right here because it's literally looks horrible. Boom, fix that, just like that. Okay, fix that. And for the hair, I mean, most of the time they're gonna cut it out pretty good, but it all depends on what hair you guys are using in your MyPlayer. But now that you guys have the MyPlayer cut out, all right, usually I like to put him on the right, or on the left, I mean, for jump shot videos. And then you guys are just going to want to basically cut out this MyPlayer now. So just literally do the same exact process. Select subject. Now this is going to be a little bit more advanced. You're going to have to basically just start up here, click, go down the player just like this. It is a lot easier to use this thing called Blacktop Plus, but Blacktop Plus is like $20, so I'm trying to show you guys the free method. And it's only NBA 2K24, so you can't get all the NBA 2K26 clothing. It's only NBA 2K24. But Blacktop Plus is definitely an option. You guys can look up how to get Blacktop Plus. And Blacktop Plus basically gets you like the best quality screenshots because it's on PC. But yeah, if you guys don't know how to get Blacktop Plus, just look up how to get Blacktop Plus NBA 2K24 on PC. So you're going to have to purchase the game, and you're going to have to purchase Blacktop Plus. And I'm not sure exactly how much I paid for the game. I think I bought it on g2agames.com, which is like a Steam website where they sell games. And you just literally import the key into your Steam account, and then you're able to play 2K24. But this is what I personally would do if I didn't want to go through all that. But Blacktop Plus is definitely a good thing to have, because it's just, the quality is insane. It's there's nothing you can do to have that much good quality without Blacktop Plus. But most people, they don't want to sit there and deal with that. They just want to get the normal screenshots from this. All right, but yeah, so basically you just do this, boom, very simple, cut around this, boom, very easy. All right, and like I said, very, very important, make sure that you guys get every single thing that's unwanted out of this screenshot. Make sure that you guys get all the little details, because that's what really makes a thumbnail pop. So make sure that you guys do that, okay? I will be putting this PSD probably for free. I don't know. I might charge for it because I'm gonna put a lot of my assets into it that I personally use for my thumbnails. And if you guys want this, make sure that you guys, you know what I'm saying, just go in the description. I'll have it in the description and it'll be on there so you guys can purchase it. I'm probably gonna do like $5 to $7 for this PSD. All right. What a PSD is basically is you can go in, you can download this, and then you'll have it so that you can use it for your other thumbnails. All right. So like if you want to just get this thumbnail and purchase it, you guys can literally purchase it and then just use everything that I use. You can use it in this thumbnail or in a new thumbnail. So basically what I mean by that is, let me just duplicate this real quick, but I'm going to show you guys what a PSD is so you guys can understand it. All right. So basically I have these PSDs where basically, you know, this was like a build thumbnail, right, that I personally made for myself. All right. And as you can see, there's all the editable layers in there. There's everything that you can use to actually, you know, get these and just remake these into a different build. So if I want to change this to Curry and then change all these to Curry or something, or change the name, it's all an editable file. So that's what I'm going to be making for this thumbnail so that you guys can actually use it and it'll help you guys more. So I'm just going to go in real quick like I did before. I'm just going to cut this out of the actual MyPlayer. This is what I'm talking about right here too. These like little like frayed edges, you're going to want to get rid of them because they just don't look good, right? They just don't look good. So just get rid of them. Try to make it as normal looking as possible when you do it. Don't erase too much. And if you do mess up and you erase too much, you can literally just press Control Z and then it'll literally take you back to where you started. Alright, so say I erased that, you're going to want to just press Control Z to get rid of it or just fix it or repair it, I guess. That makes sense. But basically, for the most part, this is how you guys are going to make thumbnails. I'm going to fix this basketball because, I don't know, I'm just really OCD with my thumbnails. I always have everything perfect. That's just how it should be, alright? That's just how it should be, alright? That's how you should want your thumbnails to look, okay? Now that we did this, now that we have the MyPlayer screenshots, this is a very important step. You're going to want to go to Filter, Camera Raw Filter, okay? And this is going to make your players look way better. You're going to put your exposure up to at least like, depending on if the players are dark, which if they're from the open court, they're going to be a little dark, alright? You're going to want to just put it to like 1 or 95.95. Contrast, you're going to want to put to like 36 or 40. Highlights, I always put to like 11. Shadows, I put to 11. Blacks, I do like -25. Vibrance, I do like 8. And then saturation, I do like 12 or 11. Effects, I put my texture to 100. Clarity up to like 20. And then I put my sharpening to 76 and always like 50, alright? So as you can see, that just made this player character pop. Now I'm going to do it for this. Just press Control Alt and F. It's going to apply it to this player right here. As you guys can see, it makes it look so much better, right? And then basically now obviously you're going to want to get a background in here. So I'm just going to use a pack that I purchased, which is the Nostalgia Pack by Portful. You guys can hit them up on Twitter if you want to purchase this pack. But this will have more assets in it. This will have like the city screenshots. This will have rec screenshots and all that stuff. You're gonna want to go to Park. Just open this folder. Boom. We're gonna use this one right here. All right. Or actually, you know what? We're just gonna use this one. All right. Just for the sake of this video. Boom. Very simple. Okay. Very simple. That's what we're gonna use. All right. Now, what you guys are gonna want to do is you guys are gonna want to just basically, you know what? We're gonna use a different background. I ain't gonna lie, because I want to use a stage background. So I'm just gonna use this stage background, which you can purchase. This is Buckets Pack from NBA 2K25, but you can still use some of the stuff for NBA 2K26 thumbnails. So I'm just gonna go to the backgrounds real quick and get a stage background because it's a lot easier. So as you guys know, stage is the same exact background, so why not reuse it? You know, it's the same thing. So I'm just gonna look for a good background that's gonna help me. All right, this looks good right here. All right, so I'm just gonna do this. So let me just copy this, paste it, and I'm obviously gonna make it fit my player. And we're gonna literally rotate this because we want it to kind of look like we're shooting. We're also gonna rotate my player. We're gonna just literally press Control T, right click in the middle of the blue box, and then just flip horizontal. Now it looks like he's shooting towards the hoop. That's the manipulation you're gonna want to have, okay? And then I'm gonna make him smaller because I'm gonna want to add a text up there. All right, so Now you guys can still add that camera wall filter to the background. So just go to camera wall filter. Don't do the same one because you don't want the exposure to be too high on that. All right. You're gonna want to just basically copy these settings that I'm putting on right now. And I basically do this for every single thumbnail. All right. It's not hard at all to do this. It's very, very simple. And you guys could also put the noise reduction up a little bit more on the background. But now what I like to do personally is just select this background that isn't the court, and I like to blur it a little bit so it actually pops the player out more. So just literally click from the left to the right, and then just go around the box, double click, and then you're going to want to go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and you're going to want to blur it like, I don't know, 2.1 or 2.0 or something. And as you can see, now you can see the players a lot better. All right. So now for like actually making the players look better, you're going to want to double click on this player right here. So just double click on him, go to inner glow. All right, make sure that's on overlay, and you're going to want to put the range all the way up to 100, put the opacity to 100, and put the size to like 25. Then you're going to put the outer glow, which is going to be overlay once again. You're going to want to just make it bigger, just like this. And you're going to want to put the range up, and how it looks depends on how you change it. So like obviously you wouldn't want it to look like that, you know what I mean? It looks weird. You're going to want to just make sure you copy these settings exactly. And then you're going to want to just basically right click on this, go to copy layer style, paste it onto your little guard screenshot or your jump shot screenshot or whatever. And now I'm going to just open that nostalgia pack again because it has like the green meters and stuff. That's what I'm going to open. But I do have a pack. I have an old pack you guys can actually purchase if you really want to. But it's up to you. Personally, I just use all the new ones. So yeah. So basically, this is a splash. You guys can use this. A lot of people like to use this, but I personally don't. I'm just going to put the green meter on the side of my player. So boom, just grab this green meter, make it smaller by pressing Control T, holding Alt, and then dragging down from the top right corner. And as you can see, that's how it looks right there. Boom, very simple. And then in this pack, there's also the takeovers. So we're going to add the takeovers really quick. So new takeovers, we're going to just do, I don't know, deep bomber. Boom. Press Control C, copy it, go back to your document, Control V. Control T to actually transform it. Hold Alt, drag from the right corner down, and then you're just gonna get that right there. All right, and then you guys can also put this under the player's foot too. So I'm actually gonna do that. Just literally put it right here. Press Control T, hold Shift, and drag from the top down, and it's gonna basically look like the player actually has it under their feet. And sometimes you're gonna have to fix this a little bit because it does kind of look a little weird. It doesn't look like it's sitting on the court enough. Just hold Control, press T, and then just hold Control again, and just click from this like right square right here, and just drag towards the left. It's gonna basically make it look like it's towards the court more. So as you guys can see, you guys are just gonna want to mess with it a little bit. All right, once you guys do that, there's also another thing that you guys can use to actually go around. So I'm just gonna go to this nostalgia pack, go to fire rings, boom, so Control V, copy and paste it onto this document, and now it looks like we have takeover on our feet. All right, very simple, very easy. Okay, and then I'm just gonna camera raw this again so it looks better. So boom, and then just highlight shadows. You're gonna want to add vibrance, saturation, texture, clarity, and then just a little bit more sharpening and noise reduction. So obviously that looks way better now. And if it's the anti-up court or you can't really see the fire, you're going to want to just basically select this brush tool. You're going to want to make sure black is right here in this first left square. You're going to want to make a layer under this nostalgia or this deep bomber. And then you're going to want to just basically do that by clicking this plus button. You're going to click around this a little bit just to give it kind of a shadow so it's seen more. And then you're just going to lower it a little bit, alright? So another thing that's very important is lighting. So as you can see, we have this meter right here next to our player. So we're going to basically make it look like the green is hitting our player. So all we're going to do is make a new layer above our player, which is this one. We're going to basically hold Alt and click in between it. It's going to basically make it so that whatever you click inside of this player. So say I wanted to click yellow into this player. Basically, it's only going to go in this player and it's not going to go anywhere outside of it. All right, so basically just get rid of that now. Let me just delete this layer. I'm going to make a new one. Alright, so what I like to do to get the exact colors is I just go up here, hold Alt, this little dropper will pop up, and you guys are just going to want to click there. It's going to click that color, and then you're going to want to just put it on the outer edges of your player, okay? Just like this, alright, just like this, very easy. And then also do the same thing with the fire. All right, also do the same thing with the fire. You're gonna want to add it just so that it looks like it's literally casting onto the player. So boom, and if you want to make it a little bit more intense, you can. Now you're gonna want to, once you do that, just literally go over here and put it on whatever looks better on your players. So I'm just gonna do overlay just because it looks better for my player. All right, so that's basically the jump shot right there. That's the thumbnail that you guys would make. But now I'm gonna show you guys the text. So just make another layer above this real quick. We're gonna finish the players. You're gonna want to select white, and you're gonna want to basically just make a couple brushes. Make sure that your settings are set on 0 hardness. Couple brushes behind the player, just like this, to make it look better, okay, to make it pop. And you're gonna want to lower the opacity a little bit. You're gonna want to create another clipping mask. So just make a new layer, hold Alt, click down, and then just make the brush smaller. Just go up here, change the size. You guys can also use the bracket keys next to P on your keyboard, and you just add the white onto here to make it look a little bit better. Make it look like the white's actually going onto the player and stuff. All right, boom, just like that. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm going fast. I'm just trying not to have this video super long. But now we're gonna do the text. All right, so I'm just gonna do best. All right, best, boom, very simple. And then we're gonna do jump shot, which it's gonna go under the player. All right, so I'm just gonna change this to this font right here, 3rd rail. All right, and that's the text that I'm gonna use. Okay, that's the text that I'm gonna use. Put this under here, drag this under here, and now I know it's kind of hard to see the text, but once you actually, you could actually move this player over a little bit too. So let me just do that real quick. Just move him over a little bit. You can make him smaller too as well. It's actually better to make him smaller so that they can see the text. And then you can make this smaller right here, and then just go up, move this up so they can actually see it. All right, so now you can actually, I like to change this font, I'm not gonna lie, because I like it to be wider, just like this. All right, so I'm just gonna change the font to that. And then now I'm gonna show you guys the layer styles that I use. So basically you're gonna want to double click on best, go to gradient overlay, and then you're gonna want to change it to whatever colors you want. So I'm personally just gonna do white. So I'm just gonna do dark gray down here, and then I'm gonna do white over here. Okay, just like that. And then you're gonna want to go to inner glow. All right, once you do inner glow, you're gonna lower the size a little bit. And if it looks like the gray isn't dark enough, which it isn't, you're gonna want to just do that. Okay, and then you're gonna want to put an inside stroke, just like this. So just add a stroke, boom, very simple, just like that. And then you're gonna want to make sure it's on gradient. Make sure the size is like 1. Make sure this position is inside. You're gonna change this to white. Actually like a dark gray not like a dark gray, but obviously lower than white. And then this, you're gonna want to make sure it's like a darker gray, like that. All right. And then you're gonna want to add another stroke, which is gonna be a gradient overlay again. All right, boom, boom, very simple. You're gonna want to make sure that this is darker than the actual text because you're gonna want it to actually be able to be seen, right? So boom, just like this. And then add some inner shadows. All right, you're gonna want to make sure that the choke isn't up too high. You're gonna drag this down just like that. Boom, just like that. You're gonna want to add another inner shadow, and then the overlay inner shadow, which is better. It actually makes it pop more, just like that. And then you could add Satan too, and just change this all around however you guys want to. But yeah, it's very simple. Just mess with this text a little bit. It's not hard at all. A lot of people overcomplicate this. And then you guys are just gonna want to do another drop shadow, make this smaller, boom, boom, just like that. All right, so that's the text. We're gonna put a little bit of a drop shadow under it. We don't want it to be too crazy. All right, and then you're gonna want to make sure that this text is under this jump shot text because you want it to look like that. So now you're just gonna right click on best, copy layer style, paste it onto the jump shot one. All right, and then you're gonna want to change this color. So just go to gradient overlay, change it to, let's just say green, because that's what we're using for this thumbnail. We're just gonna do green for this, and then we're gonna change this to like a greenish yellow to make it pop a little bit more, just like that. The stroke, gonna want to change that all to whatever color you guys want it to. So boom, just like that. And we're gonna change this down here like this to the opposite. All right, we're gonna make this a little bit smaller because the font's different, so it's gonna look different. Change the stroke to green as well. And it's all very simple. Like I said, it looks complicating, But if you guys just do it and practice, that's what really got me going like good on thumbnails, is just practice. Okay, practice is everything, I promise you. Okay, so make sure that you guys practice a lot. All right, and boom, now we have this sort of thing. Okay, now we're just going to basically add some lighting to the text. So you're gonna want to just basically make a new layer above this, and then you're gonna want to press B. You're gonna select the top color, and you're gonna want to basically make sure that the hardness is set to 0 once again. All right, you're gonna go right here in the middle of the text. Boom, boom, boom. Try to like space it out. Make sure that's not off the text, because then it'll look weird and it won't look good. And then you're gonna want to just change it to whatever one looks best. So I just usually do screen, or you guys can do color dodge. Color dodge looks better, honestly. And then you're just gonna do this for this one. You're gonna just make another one, another layer, and then just make it a little bit bigger, obviously, because the text is a little bit bigger than the bottom one. Boom, screen. Lower the opacity. That's the reason why I told you guys to make another one, because if you don't lower the opacity, then it's gonna be way too much. Like, this is way too much. You're gonna want to just do a subtle light that's gonna make it pop. Okay, once you guys do this, you're gonna want to basically just make a new group. So you're gonna want to just click on the text, the first text, then the bottom text by holding shift. Click the top one, click the bottom one, press Control G. It's gonna create a group. Then you're gonna do a drop shadow so that it actually looks good. You're gonna want to just copy these exact settings just like this. All right, and that's why you guys are gonna do it, because it looks better. And also make sure that you guys center these texts. I forgot to tell you guys that. But you're just going to want to select all the layers that involve the text, press Control A, and then just click this top thing up here. Boom. Very simple, very easy. You're going to want to make sure that the text kind of takes up a lot of the missing space in the thumbnail. And then what I like to do is, obviously this looks good, right? This looks very good. It looks like a good thumbnail. But you guys can add a couple more things to make it like pop more. So right here, you guys can go in here. You can grab the 2K26 logo. So I'm just gonna grab this from this pack, and this is the pack I pretty much use every thumbnail. All right, boom, make it smaller, put it up in this top corner right here, just to take up some extra space that, you know, obviously looks plain. And I'm gonna make the drop shadow a little bit bigger on this, because it's obviously like not there. So boom, just lower the opacity a little bit. Boom, just like that. All right, and then you guys can also add something else that will make the jump shot thumbnail pop. You guys can add like a SIGS box, or just like the name. So basically you guys can basically, what I'm trying to say is, put something extra in the thumbnail to make it pop. So I'm just gonna go in here, right, and I'm gonna go into the Majestic pack, which is Buckets pack. And then you're gonna want to basically go to custom made assets. You're gonna want to go to SIGS box, just like this. You're gonna press Control C, Control V. All right, and we're gonna just put it right by our player. Okay, right on top of our player, right here. All right, so obviously this is the best way you guys are gonna do it. So you're gonna put it right here. Boom. And then I like to change the text personally, because I don't like that text. So I'm just gonna put number 1. Let's say 6'5" through 6'9" jump shot, right? Just say I'm making that, okay? Right? And then we're just gonna change the font to whatever we think looks good, which I usually do the TT Interfaces Pro. Boom, just like that. And then I like to actually change the background of this right here. So I'm just gonna double click on this gradient overlay text, and I'm gonna change it to like a yellow, because it looks better in my opinion, or like a goldish. So this is what I like to do personally. Boom, very simple. All right, and I'm actually gonna make this text, I'm actually gonna make it black, because it looks better. All right, it looks better on this. All right, so now we're just gonna change this. We're gonna take the drop shadow off. Now we're just gonna delete this. We're gonna duplicate this, and then we're just gonna go to we're gonna just basically change the text back to white, because we duplicated it. We're gonna go to filter, pixelate, mosaic, convert to smart object, and then you're just gonna want to basically do this to blur it. All right, just like that. All right, boom. And you guys can do it again if it doesn't look that good, like this. So boom, very simple. And then what I like to do is just make another layer above that, go to the brush. I like to add like some white flow to it. So just click on one end, hold shift, click to the other end, and then just do screen or whichever one looks good. Just lower the opacity. You don't need to be that high. All right, boom, just like that. So just put it right there on the core, as you can see, and it looks like you're kind of on like a win streak or whatever. So you guys can make this go on here to make it pop more. All right, boom, very simple, not hard at all. All right. So now that you guys learned how to make thumbnails, this is my, my pack that I was talking about. So this is kind of like a thumbnail pack. This is going to help you tremendously, okay? So if you guys want to purchase this pack, it's in the description. The price for this is going to be $25, okay? Now, the reason it's going to be $25 is because I'm pretty much giving up my entire style of how I make my thumbnails. So, you know what I'm saying? I kind of need to, obviously. And I spent a lot of time making this thumbnail pack, okay? So to start off, you guys are going to have the CCs, which obviously these are what they look like. Okay, boom, makes the thumbnails pop better. Okay, you guys are going to need these for the thumbnails. I personally only use the second one. Fonts, these are the fonts that I pretty much use in all my thumbnails for the most part. I also give you guys a best builds text so you guys can edit it to whatever you guys need it to be. All right, NBA 2K26 logos you guys also have. Layer styles you guys can use for your thumbnails, green light releases that you guys can use as well. Okay, attribute upgrades, takeovers. These are old takeovers, but obviously it's the same thing. Everybody honestly likes the older takeovers personally anyways. And then jumper assets for jump shot thumbnails, controllers if you guys are doing like a dribble tutorial thumbnail or something with some arrows. Fire and explosions. So the fire, you guys can see there's all these circle flames right here that you guys can put onto the takeovers. Boom, flames. You guys have all these different options of flames you guys can put on the background of the court, right? Explosions, these are just what I kind of put beyond my player. I don't really do that much anymore, but I used to. And then there's also 99 overall logos in here. There's PNGs, so VC, win streaks, the toxic logo if you guys are making like a toxic post-score video, the record overlay, and error, more VC coins, the infinite logo if you want to put that on top of badges or whatever, 2K logo, you know, just pretty much simple stuff. Max badge points, all right. Emojis, my settings for my camera raw filter, okay. So if you guys ever don't want to come back and watch this video, you guys can just use this. All right. Now this is what I'm charging so much money for. All right. This is why I'm charging $25. Number one, you guys get these assets right here. You guys get basically how I create my thumbnail. This literally dissects all my thumbnail process. Okay. You're going to get this one. Not only are you going to get this jump shot one, but you're going to get this build one right here. And you're just going to put your player right here. All right. So I'm just going to put my player right here. So kind of making an example really quick for this video. All right, so this is the thumbnail I just showed you guys how to make, obviously. All right, so boom, you just go in here. All right, and then I'm just gonna add my player really quick, put him under this, boom, make it smaller, boom. Now you got a build thumbnail. In like less than 5 minutes you have a build thumbnail, bro. So that's why I'm doing that. Face creations, I kind of just left this in here. If you guys ever want to do like a face creation video, I know they were popular back in NBA 2K23, so that's why I made this as a PSD. But you guys can purchase this pack. You guys can pay through PayPal. You guys can pay through Cash App, Apple Pay, and then this is just like a finishing effect. You guys can add these. You guys don't have to, but basically I'm gonna show you guys what it does real quick. So it kind of just, it's just like a finishing effect. You guys don't need these stars, but if you guys want them, they're there. Okay, so that's pretty much why I'm charging so much. I hope you guys understand, because this is pretty much my thumbnail style that I'm giving out. And yeah, so if you guys want to purchase this pack, if you guys need any of these assets, you guys need to purchase this pack, message me on Twitter. If you guys, or actually don't even message me on Twitter, because Twitter is messed up for me. Message me on Instagram. All right, my Instagram, I'll pop it up on the screen. It's Rising Unique with 2 E's. All right, I'll answer you. You'll send the money over, and then I'll send you a download link for this pack. Please do not redistribute my pack. Okay, do not give it to other people for free. I really hope that you guys respect that, because this is something that I'm giving out that I don't really want to, but I'm trying to help the community out, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video did help you guys. Make sure that you guys drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below if I helped you guys make any better thumbnails. And I'll see you guys in the next one.